Yeah, that's my primary thing of
All right, Texas. Boost me up.
it's a game that is already also a movie.
Yeah.
Or at least cinematic.
You ready?
Having movie kind of just detracts from the experience, I would think. It's like the same problems with an Uncharted movie.
Come on.
Well, with that Uncharted movie, I'm more okay with it because they're obviously not adapting a game. Which I think is the way to go with a lot of these. It's just like telling you stories in this universe.
Oh.
But in my opinion, gaming
We already have so many.
This timing thing, man.
We already have so many stories, though, and that sort of thing.
Got a trick question.
In my opinion, like gaming in some cases can be a
Well, I am
superior
the
storytelling
romantic
medium
type.
than like
Got your
movies,
ways.
just because like you are the protagonist.
It depends. Yeah. It's definitely a more interactive medium, which
Where's the
definitely
It's got to be around here
it
somewhere.
definitely allows the player to experience the content on his own pace.
Yeah, for sure.
Got it.
It's not a like
Great, bring it over.
100% all the time thing. I just think in some cases it can be more effective because you are like whatever's happening in the story is also happening to you.
Ladies first.
Lady, you must be thinking of someone else.
It's all relative.
This way.
Yeah, definitely. I do think sometimes movies are better because it entirely depends on the story you want to tell. Would you prefer a movie that kind of wants to, stay ahead of the participant slash viewer? Or do you want to have something where it's integral for the person to be experiencing things as
Down through
it
here.
happens?
Yeah.
It really just all depends. But so long, of course, as, artists understand that difference, they can make the best use out of both, rather than us wondering which one is superior.
Robert still got your guns?
For his sake, he better.
Look, once we get our merchandise back, it should be easy to unload.
Well, speaking of merchandise, when's that next shipment due?
Oh, we're meeting Bill next month. More pills, lots of ammo.
I would say at least so far this,
Spores.
they know what they're doing, at least based on how things are right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Where the hell are all these coming from? The place was clear last time.
They're coming out
It's
of
the
somewhere.
gas.
Stay alert.
Don't get the Rona,
There's the
no.
culprit.
Body's not that old. Better keep your eyes and ears open.
So the interesting thing about this virus versus a lot of like zombie viruses out
Don't
there,
fit through here.
this is a virus that actually does exist,
You okay?
but it's
Yeah.
only in like ants.
Damn
and shit.
ceiling's falling apart. Be careful. This
Well,
way.
for now.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, the plague started, that was a thing that was just buried underneath the earth, or is buried underneath the earth now.
My mask broke.
Things change over time. Microevolution. Which is to say, beware the fungus.
Yep. And there are fungus all over the place here. That's what's creating this smoke. Or fumes, or whatever you want to call it.
I would say fumes.
Up ahead. You hear that?
Yeah, there seems to be definitely a heavy scavenging component to this game.
Yeah. And I've played this on survival difficulty, which is one of the hardest difficulties. It was a bitch.
Yeah. There was a game that I saw on Steam that had this idea of scavenging as well, but it was like the prospect was centered around limited bullets. And sometimes using your gun as a bluffing tool
Oh,
in a
interesting.
post-apocalyptic setting. I don't think it was a
I know
good
exactly
game.
what you're talking about. It was I Am Alive.
Was it? I want to look that up real
I
quick.
almost picked it up, but from what I heard, it was
It definitely sounds interesting from a conceptual perspective. It can get difficult from a gameplay perspective to do properly
Yeah.
because it's a lot of it's built on patience, and the idea of it is like it's rather depressing, so it kind of needs to be somber. It's definitely experimental, and I think I'm in a way I'm kind of glad that the game exists, but I mean I have to play it, I guess, to get a full perspective on it. You know, games can be art house experiments.
I hear one up ahead. Kudos to this score, because it is making me intense.
Yeah, sometimes I'm glad it doesn't try to overload you with music. So, sometimes minimalist design with music is sometimes best with video game soundtracks, depending on the situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes more bombastic stuff is called for, you know,
All right.
again,
It's all
depending on
in.
the context. And sometimes silence.
Let's head back into the city.
Well, the time for silence will come later.
Yeah. I'm glad from what I've been seeing in some movies a bit more is sometimes the appreciation for silence as well as in video games. I just hope we don't go overboard and we forget that, you know, music can be beautiful.
Well, my go-to for like silence in a movie, and whether you like the movie or not, is
We're
Dark
here.
Knight Rises, because that scene with him and Bane in the
got
first fight is made 100 times more impactful because there's no like music.
I'll agree with that. I don't like the movie very much, but yeah, that scene definitely works. Yeah, you try to put music in that, it's like you begin to take it less seriously. Like especially if you syncopate like the beats with the action, it's like, oh, his back breaks, dun dun dun,
See,
and then
now I want somebody to edit the '66 Batman theme into that scene.
yeah.
Here, pass it to me.
Actually, now that you say that, me too. But you know, but of course, with the serious commentary commentator thing,
Nothing
yeah,
I can handle.
no, you do not.
All right.
Yeah, so you have to sometimes let the scene kind of chew itself before you have music being an accompaniment.
I forget how to get back up there.
There we go.
Ladder maybe.
Get your ass up here.
Something to act as
Bossy
leverage.
today.
What about that wood that's already leaning?
Nah, you can't pick up any of this stuff. You can only pick up like the flat boards.
I mean, you can't walk on it or anything.
Oh, I meant, yeah. Never mind. I got it.
Ooh.
I always get lost in that room. The first time I played this, it took me like 20 minutes to figure that out.
Yeah. There was an interesting thing I encountered on YouTube many years ago. You know who Aaron Hansen is, right? Ego Raptor?
Nope.
Really? Okay, so for those who know him, for those who don't know, Ego Raptor is an old Newgrounds animator, now turned Game Grumps host. Who, I guess, still occasionally does some animation, but primarily is a Let's Player. With Dan Apadam.
Make sure there ain't any soldiers around.
Basis, but he did. He occasionally did some videos on game mechanics and theory, and while I don't think he's necessarily sometimes the deepest analyst concerning this, he does make some good points. And what the thing you've just experienced kind of reminds me a bit about how sometimes the 3D layout of games kind of informs a bit more on puzzles when it comes to 3D than it does 2D. Like with 2D, sometimes puzzles are a bit more cerebral, but in 3D, it's about navigating the place to find the obvious keys.
You could be right. Oh, I'm not a fan of 2D games.
Pick up that ammo. I'm sure we'll need
No, John, don't imply that you're a stupid man.
Oh.
Or maybe that was just me.
Nah, that was the joke.
No, yeah.
But in all seriousness, I'm just not a
Hey,
big
little
fan of
bit.
2D games.
Yeah, sometimes I like 2D more than 3D.
No
It just
rabbits
entirely
down there.
depends on what the game is trying to be at the time. Some games are definitely better in 3D. Some games are not, I think.
You know he's expecting us.
Well, that'll make it more interesting.
Don't worry, in summer of 2022, they'll make The Last of Us 2D platformer.
Good to go. Come on.
Nah, you might as well just make that an Uncharted platformer then.
Oh, God.
The
Not right now,
Last of
Terrence.
Us Uncharted the World,
Not
or something like
now.
that.
You hear me?
Well, there is an Easter egg in in Uncharted 3 about the virus strain in this game,
Dogs are all accounted for.
and they're
Sold
kind
out
of their
in less
way of
than an
showing,
hour.
oh, this is
Try
what
me
we're
next
working
week.
on.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a cool nod.
You touch it, you buy it.
Survivors Camp. Yeah, I get Metro vibes from that sort of scenario, from that sort of environment.
Lee, sit back down.
Oh, sorry, Tess.
Man, I just really want to play Metro again.
I do too, or at least Metro Exodus, because it's going to be coming, and we're probably going to do that on the channel when it comes, because they're re-releasing it on the next-gen consoles with enhancements.
Yeah.
So I'll probably pick it up and play it then.
Yeah, or we could do the PC version, and I play the Redux of the original.
I'm looking for Robert. You come through here?
Or maybe we
far
could just
ago.
wait for the release.
Going back
But I
to
think
the
with
war.
PC it would be better than
Is it
the
now?
console, personally. But yeah,
I mean, if
just
you
fine.
want to go through the first two Reduxes, yeah, I'm just talking about Exodus.
Oh yeah, I getcha. It's like I want to play a game, John.
No.
I don't want to sit in the back all the time.
Here we go.
No, for sure. I gotta figure out how to, because I know there's a way to like let people stream on the channel.
Let us through.
I just gotta
You
look
guys
into
need
it.
to turn around and head back if you know what's good for you.
Our beef isn't with you. We just want Robert. You don't want to do this.
I guess as a backup, maybe
Turn the fuck
Haven of
around
Horror could like
and
host
leave
mine
now.
and say collaborative
Going
stream with Haven
anywhere
of Horror as
without
we go
Robert.
through
Bitch, I will
Metro
bash your
Redux.
skull unless you turn around
or
and
Metro
get your dumb
23
ass out of here.
Redux rather.
Fuck this.
Take cover!
You ready?
Yeah.
I'll cover you. Get the angle on them.
Yeah, I think this is the point where I don't really know much about much of anything until like the very end.
You fucker.
That is a large circle crosshair. I like it.
Real question is, why can't I fucking aim?
Yeah, you've wasted quite a few bullets.
Found this for you.
Appreciate it.
Nicely done, Texas.
You too. How the hell did he get all these guys?
If Robert's good at one thing, it's
I have to say though, I think that honestly, I would say that this game owes quite a bit,
I'm not going through here.
perhaps even a bit more than Uncharted,
Boost
ever
me.
so slightly, but probably owes it quite a bit to Max Payne.
Oh, interesting. I never played those.
Max Payne, developed by Rockstar, you probably knew that already, but one of the things that I noticed is that despite the fact that it's an action game, it is also very story-driven, although very linear. It takes like a neo-noir kind of like aspect to it.
Too bad they don't put out anything but Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead anymore. I'd like to see them remake those.
Yeah. But the reason why I say it is especially from a gameplay style, more so from a story than a story thing.
Over here, Joel.
Because Max Payne like heavily utilized like the small like dot crosshair kind of
You
thing,
know they're coming. Two of our guys
where you
died
had to
trying
be
take
very
Tess out.
precise in order to hit
Guarantee that
things,
she and Joel are on their way here right now.
unless you were
to
using
Robert.
like a shotgun or something like that.
We shouldn't have taken
Kind of
this
want to
job.
be a bit more immersive with gunplay and realize the difficulty in
Spread out.
aiming.
Make sure no one's creeping around in here.
And I feel like a lot of games like this and Uncharted definitely owe quite a bit of their mechanical success
Move up.
from that system kind of becoming rather popular.
Yeah, for sure. Time to be all sneaky sneak.
Like just get so close to him and then just like shoot him in the back of the head just at point blank range. It's like, what was the point?
I meant to tell you, I was down on Jordan Street, and all these soldiers showed up with a group of about 5 Sims, all in handcuffs. Put him down, asshole! Shit!
Way to go, Tess.
Just strangle him.
Not bad.
We don't value human life anymore. Just freaking
Let's
kill
search
him.
the area.
And games like this just want me to like get creative with like how much you could scrounge just to make just random junk that just somehow becomes like brilliant works of like machinery.
Take that key.
I need the key to success, but don't we all?
Good. Do another once over and then head out. Getting close to prison.
Just like think of it like a weird motivational speaker. It's like, you gamers out there, you search for keys, but where's the key? In your Batman, who was originally considered to be, video game marketing poison, because there hadn't been a proper game with him that was kind of solo. Like, the closest thing that we got to a good like solo Batman game was like the movie Batman Begins video game tie-in, and then we got Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, I mean, stealth was on its way back in, but horror was still very much nah.
Yeah, horror games. Yeah,
stealthy way.
Yeah, this game was published in 2013. Arkham Asylum has some horror elements, but that's definitely not your go-to for a horror game, certainly. When was Arkham Asylum developed? Published again? 2009. Okay, so, well, we have Dead Space.
Yeah, but I mean, that first game did
Should've brought
good,
more
but
people.
look what happened to those.
Slowest.
Well, I've heard the sequel is 2 is pretty good, and 3 is like
You're right.
3 was a butchered mess thanks
Come on,
to a studio
doctor this
interference.
Well, 3 was one of the
I mean,
first.
publisher interference. I mean to say.
Yeah, 3 was one of the first games that I remember being the starting point of the big like microtransaction controversy. They just turned it into an action game and created in-game currency to sell microtransactions.
Yeah. Yeah, people always look to like the top 10 horror games of the 2010s, and it's like everything that was done like after the beginning years.
Yeah, because I mean, even Resident Evil at this point was in its action movie phase.
Yeah, which was
There's our boy.
probably its worst phase, like post 4, I would say.
Yeah,
Kinda
I mean,
started
5 is
declining.
not great, but it's a good co-op game, and then 6 is just a mess.
Let's go wrap this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if I can do this a little quieter
Be
this
smart
time.
about this.
Yeah, well, lost
Moving
our
on.
contacts in the north, contacts in the south. Shit, I don't know who's left out there to
But yeah, like everyone puts like Alien Isolation, but then nobody talks about Aliens Colonial Marines.
Well, no, there's a reason for that.
I do. I never forget.
Don't do anything stupid.
Huh. Oh yeah, that's a game I haven't been thinking about in a while.
So,
Doki Doki Literature Club.
I think I own that. I've been told it was horror, but like, I don't know. I was getting pretty. I couldn't like figure out what to make of that game.
You don't read?
Oh, I love to read.
Oh well, good. How far did you get in it?
I don't even remember now, dude.
That could be a. If you don't remember too much, probably could revisit it.
Maybe.
Over there.
We could do that for the channel. That would be interesting.
What the hell? Who the fuck saw me?
Probably the person who was turned towards you when you were backing away.
Right now I'm actually going through Grant Morrison's Batman for the first time.
Yeah, I need to read comics. Maybe get ahead in the Hellboy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, teasing a certain thing that may or may not be audience. Infant wink wink.
Get the fuck off
Those
me.
things.
Dude, turn around.
You know, sometimes the camera can be your own worst enemy. I know it's a video game, but at the same time, I'm wondering how Joel can survive this well.
Well, and one of the other things this game does really well
You want
is
to do this the hard way.
a mixture of believability and just like player convenience.
Yeah, because you certainly can't,
Oh,
yeah,
right in the face.
That office. Robert must have run in there. Let's go.
maybe take more time to scope out the situation before you start shooting. So you always have to be a hothead?
Let's not wait around.
Back, get the fuck back!
We just want to talk, Robert.
We got fucking nothing to talk about!
Put your gun down.
Go fuck yourself!
Looks like in 1911, he's fired 4 shots.
Robert!
Oh, yep. Go after
Joel,
him.
this way. Come on, he ran in here. We almost got it.
Wait, where are you going?
Oops.
hello, Robert.
Tess. Joel. No hard feelings, right?
None at all.
All right.
God damn it!
We missed you.
Look, whatever it is
Break
you
his
heard, it ain't
kneecaps.
true, okay?
I'm pretty sure she
just
gets
wanted
The
to-
dead.
guns. You want to
No,
tell us
no, she's definitely hurt his shin,
Yeah, sure, but
but she needs to
It's
bend those legs
complicated.
back.
look, all right, just hear me out on this. I got
Fuck. Stop! 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 Ugh.
Quit your squirming.
Okay, you know what? That's
You were
another good
saying?
way.
I sold him.
Excuse me.
I didn't have much of a choice. I owed someone.
You owed us. I'd say you bet on the wrong horse.
I just need more time. Just give me a week.
You know, I might have done that if you hadn't tried to fucking kill me.
Come on, it won't
Who
like
has
that.
our guns?
I can't. Just give me a couple days.
Who has our guns?
Yeah, that hurts a lot.
It's the Fireflies. I owed the Fireflies.
What?
Look, they're basically all dead. We could just go in there, finish them off. We get the guns. What do you say? Come on. Yeah, fuck those Fireflies. Let's go get them.
I'd say this guy's become a liability. Get rid of him.
Well, now what?
We go get our
That was a fun
merchandise
cue.
back.
How?
I don't know. We explain it to them. Look, let's just go find a Firefly.
We won't have to look very far.
There you go. Queen Firefly.
Why are you here?
Business. You're looking so hot.
Where's Robert? I needed him alive.
The guns he gave you, they weren't his to sell. I want them back.
Doesn't work like that, Tess.
The hell it doesn't.
I paid for those guns. You want them back? You're gonna have to earn them.
How many cards are we talking about?
I don't give a damn about ration cards. I need something smuggled out of the city. You do that, I'll give you your guns back, and then some.
How do we know you got them? Well, I hear the military's been wiping you guys out.
You're right about that. I'll show you the weapons.
Yes, sir.
I gotta move. What's it gonna be?
I want to see those guns.
Follow me.